What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. I know we're not starting our usual spot today, but we're actually heading over to Home Depot. We have to pick up a few supplies for today's project. We're actually working on the cluster, finishing that up today, basically finishing up the custom cluster for the E30. So I'm gonna head over to Home Depot, grab some supplies, head back home, and then we gotta put in all the LEDs, we gotta put in the new faceplate, the new bezel around the cluster, all that kind of stuff. So gonna be a little exciting one. I'm glad because now I can finally put that back in the car and not have to worry about it. But let's head over to Home Depot and I'll take you guys with me. So got all the pieces here for the cluster, got the new faceplate, got the bezel, got these rings that go around the gauges, and I got the cluster out. Like I said before, I only had it sitting with 2 little screws in, so I could easily take it out, and it just took me like 5 minutes to take it out. And first thing we're actually gonna do is actually use this box, the paint I got, and paint these rings white. I don't think I've mentioned this before, but the accent color in the car, or inside the car at least, is gonna be white. So these on the cluster are also gonna go white. I'm gonna get white stitching on the steering wheel, on the shifter boot, the handbrake boot, all that kind of stuff. The seats actually might be white as well. Haven't really decided yet, but the accent color is gonna be white. So I'm gonna put these down right in here, paint them up, and hopefully get them a nice little coat of white on there. I did do gloss. I'm not sure how it's gonna turn out. I was leaning towards semi-gloss or matte, but I was like, you know what? Why not just do the gloss? See how it comes out. So let's get to painting. So got a light little mist coat on there. I'm gonna do 3 coats, so that's the first coat. Just gonna let that dry. In the meantime, let's go ahead, take the cluster inside, start taking this apart, start putting all these pieces on. And there's one thing I'm missing actually. I actually got another box of LEDs, and this time I got a few different ones. So this one is actually the one that makes the light behind the cluster white. So I got this one white as well. Last time when I plugged it back in, I noticed that it was still yellow. So I found out that this little slot right here in the center, that's the one that actually is the bulb for the back of the cluster. So I went ahead and got those, and I got a few more since I broke one last time. One wasn't working, and I just got one extra, I believe. So just to be safe, I got one extra. Got it. So, got the cluster out again. It's all in pieces. Got the main like faceplate sitting over here. And then it basically, like I mentioned last time, is just basically 10 screws sitting around. So, 2-3 things we need to fix. One, this needs to go here. Oh, look how much nicer that looks. Just so clustered. Right there. That looks so much better. Okay, put that to the side. And if I remember correctly, there was a few LEDs that weren't working. Prime example, this one right here, which was empty. I forgot to. This one right here wasn't working, so I need to switch that one out. And then there's one behind here that I need to switch out actually too. So I need to take this off, get that piece off, switch it all over, and then I'll pick up the camera again once I do that. Now I think I'm just gonna go ahead and focus on this piece right here. Get this needle off. I really don't know how to do that just yet, so I'm gonna check out some videos, see if I can figure out how to do that. Then this is just held in by these tiny little screws right here and right here. Got the little needle off. That was actually so scary because I just saw in a video that if you pulled it off too hard, it could have broke the entire thing. So luckily it didn't. It came off pretty solid, I think. So just gonna put that to the side, and just like that, we are golden. Still don't know what I'm gonna do with this, but let's go ahead, start putting on the new faceplate right around here, put the rings in. The rings still aren't dry yet, they're still waiting their last coat. But in the meantime, I guess what we can do is put that faceplate or that bezel on, and then go put this back in the car and see if it actually works with all the lights. And then I can decide what I wanna do with this right here. I might run to AutoZone, see if they have something that can replace it, but I'm not sure yet, to be honest. I don't care what anyone says, but this looks friggin' gorgeous. Just look at that. Wow. I just feel like that's gonna make a huge difference once you sit in the car. I mean, obviously it's a small detail, but I don't know, I think it really sets apart the cluster from a regular cluster. Now, this piece, since it was handmade, there's a few small parts where it's like too big, like for example, right down here, but you're never gonna really notice it since the rest of the face plates are gonna sit on here, the bezels are gonna sit around these circles. But overall, I think it's a really good fit. I'm not really complaining. There's this piece right here that's kind of sticking up, but once we get those bezels in there, they're gonna push it down a little bit. So overall, I'm really happy with the outcome of it. So as of right now, we got most of the parts done, or what needed to be done. We got the new faceplate on the gauge cluster or on the speedometer. We got the carbon fiber bezel around the face of the cluster. Now we still have to wait for the rings to dry. I just put the third coat of paint on them, so it's gonna take a little bit of while to dry, and I don't want to touch it while it's still wet. And we still need to find new bulbs for this. So I went to the car, tested out these bulbs. These fit, but they're not the place on here. So I'm probably gonna run to AutoZone or something. Hopefully someone has them. If anything, I might just have to run the yellow cluster, which I would hate to do, but there's no point in me just holding this off just because of one single bulb. So I'm gonna run to AutoZone. I do have some other plans, so I'm gonna have to come back, pick the camera up at nighttime, and hopefully finish this then. Until then, the rings will be dry. We can start putting everything back together. Hopefully I find something there, and then we can bring that back as well. Even if I find just the bulb itself, we should be good, because I can reuse this base again. But I think it's gonna be a little bit of a struggle trying to find a white one. So wish me luck. Just got back from AutoZone. I went to AutoZone, got a fade. It's like, nah. I stopped by, got a haircut, and went to AutoZone. And luckily, I think I found the proper bulbs for this slot right here, which is gonna be the illumination for the entire cluster. So I just put these new bulbs in, and as you can see on the little wrapper, it says whiter light. But I plugged it all into the car, and it's still not white, it's still yellow. I don't understand why they do this kind of stuff. It literally says whiter light, but no, it's still yellow. So now I gotta go back to AutoZone. They had an LED option, which is like $25 a bulb. So expensive, but I'm gonna go do it. So it's been a few hours. I got everything dried, and this thing looks amazing. So, got the carbon fiber in the background, got the white O-rings as we just painted them in the beginning of the video, and got it all put together. And I think the new bulbs that I got are white as well. So let's go plug it in and see how it looks. But yeah, just a better look at it. I don't think I've seen an E30 cluster look like this, so I'm happy that it's unique and different. Got the cluster wired back in. Everything is set up. Now, moment of truth. Let's see if it worked. Oh, that's working. That's working. As you can see, the car almost died right there. So, can't tell with that yet since I'm not driving, but we'll see about that later. Check engine light is working. Now let's see if everything is white. Car just died. So just got the cluster sitting back in the car, and it's a little bit dark because I wanted to show you guys how the cluster looks. Maybe at night if you're driving. There was actually two orange pieces that were sitting between the cluster and the faceplate that were making all the lights look orange. So that's why I guess even the bulbs that I bought yesterday that said brighter white should have been white, but it was just those orange pieces that were making it. But let me go ahead, start up the car. So now we got all the lights working, all the gauges are working still. And now if we go like this, we got white lights. And you can't really tell right now, they are working. Or one side is working. Now that looks absolutely beautiful. Got everything put back in. All the other pieces are back in as well. And it looks great. Got the white rings, the carbon fiber faceplate. Just looks so nice and tidy. And then having that kilometer delete just sets it apart. But interior is looking solid. I just want to say the cluster came out amazing. I'm glad I got it done. It was very tedious with all the different bulbs and stuff not working, but we finally got it figured out. Now the entire cluster is white. I know in the last clip it was just one side working, and what actually happened was one of the connectors in the back that just wasn't connected properly, but once I connected it up properly, it went ahead and turned on. So now we got the entire cluster working. As you can see, it looks great. And I just want to quickly add that in the next few videos, they're just going to be vlog style. We're actually running up to HOI. We went last year. We went last year and it was amazing. I had a great time. My first ever video a year ago, almost exactly, was actually on September 19th. So we just came up on a year on YouTube. Haven't had too much progress. You know, I only got 250 subscribers for a year's worth of work, but oh well, I'm enjoying the process. Subscribe down below. You guys stay tuned with future builds, take you guys up to HOI with me. And hey, we might get 3 days of separate content. We might get one big like cinematic video. I'm not really sure yet. So let me know down in the comments what you guys would like to see. Would you guys like to see more vlog style? Would you like to see more like a cinematic edit like how Yusuf does for my cars? I'm down for whatever. Just let me know what you guys want to see. If you guys want to see both, it's gonna be a lot of work, but I can try to make it happen. But stay tuned, subscribe, comment, like if you guys like this video, or if you like install videos, let me know down below. Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.